What is going on, traders? You guys crushed it today. We had an absolutely phenomenal day. Not one person in the entire Discord was red. Today, I'm going over the price action as well as the trades we ended up taking, as well as preparing you guys to trade the best setups at the best prices as we usually do. Let's get into it. So, first things first. Big shout out to Gundy. Big shout out to Dimitri. Big shout out to Jim C. Big shout out to Pimp Daddy Trades. Big shout out to everyone a part of our Discord. No one read today. The best plays. We are scalping like crazy this morning. Myself, Dimitri, and Gundy. Every other play, every candle, we're just sniping, guys. We made a killing today. I made over $4,000 on the day. Extremely happy. Those guys probably made a crap load more. But I'm going to go over the trades we ended up taking. So first things first, let's go to the 1 minute time frame. Oops. Okay, so the 1 minute time frame. My plan was, right, we gapped up in the pre-market. This is the reason why I'm just going to explain to you why I got into calls. We had a massive key level here at 505.68 in the pre-market, as well as yesterday. This was a massive resistance of yesterday. We ended up gapping up as soon as we broke through our key level. I bought and alerted calls as a snipe play. We bought the call, sold the move, made nice money. The next trade, Dimitri ended up getting 506 puts, guys, brought them right in the money. The next trade, Gundy ended up entering puts literally at the high of day. It looked like it was about to break out, and he alerted the puts. He got in the puts, guys. It ended up being the high of the day. Absolutely crushed it today. Me personally, I sat out on that trade. I let the move happen because I knew we would retest 505.68. We did not. We came back down to it, but we had a harsh move. We broke all the way down to the 200 EMA in the 1 minute, and this is the candle I waited for, this green candle here. We broke out of a previous support. We came back up. I bought puts and alerted puts. I was immediately green, guys, and made over $2,000 on this exact trade in this one minute candle. This just goes to show, if you are sizing in at the best levels, at the best prices, you will get paid. Screw buying in no man's land. We buy in at a level and we're selling at a level. We're shorting at a level. We're selling at a level. This is how we do it, guys. Absolutely printed today. And I'm going to be going over now why we sold off. Give you guys some education to why SPY was selling off. First things first, we had a gap to fill at 503.53. I ended up getting calls here. Let me go over this. So we ended up selling off. We had a gap to fill. The previous close of yesterday, we gapped up. The reason why we started coming down, guys, we started rejecting big levels. We rejected 505.25. We came back up. We rejected 504.77. Came right back down to the previous close. Dimitri ended up getting calls. I'm mistaken. I did not buy calls here. It was Dimitri. Ended up buying the calls here literally at the low. As soon as it came back down, he bought the calls here and sold the move. He absolutely printed, guys. And now, why did we end up selling off? Well, easy. SPY has magnets on it, right? Depending on where we are trading at, it's gonna magnet and pull us to a direction, whether that's up or that's down. We had a gap to fill at 499.50. This was the best level to be buying call options at. We were pulling ourselves down. Every level we broke out of, we came back up, retested, rejection. Broke back down, came up, retested, rejection. Came back up, right? This is the 5 minute time frame. There was no reason to sell puts today, right? Every key level, as we broke down, went back up to retest and rejected all the way into this gap. This is where the best play was. I personally did not get to it, guys. Gundy, Dimitri ended up alerting calls, and this was a floor literally at the low of day today. Gundy ended up entering puts. I'm pretty sure at the 200 EMA at the previous close, and it makes sense. This was a previous support, right? Look at yesterday. Look at the previous close, 503.53 that SPY closed at yesterday. Look at this big floor we have here, right? We broke through it on the 5 minute. Of course, we came back up to retest it, and look at the immediate sell-off. SPY is very bearish right now. The news is very bearish right now. I hold SPXS. My average is $10.60. I'm not too concerned about it. I could have added in $8. I didn't. If we end up testing out the highs again, I will add to that. But I'm extremely bearish in the overall market for the next 12 to 24 months. Do your due diligence. I am not a financial advisor, but I do believe this is going to be a 40 to 100% trade inevitably. That's what I personally think is going to happen. So Dimitri sold at the bottom today. I personally didn't because I don't need that money right now. And I believe in my bias over the next 2 years. And I think that we are due for a massive correction. I'm not saying big stock market crash, but if we are in a massive stock market crash, guys, I'm going to get paid. I'm going to get paid either way. So that is a game plan moving forward. Now for tomorrow, big levels to be watching. 499.50. We also have a gap right beneath of it at 498.57. Pay very close attention to that. 499, big psychological level. And now we have the 500. We have 500. Massive psychological level. Add this to your chart if it's not there. If we gap up and come back down to 500, I'm going to be buying calls. If we gap down and come back up to 500, I'm going to be buying puts. And if we gap down and we come up and I buy puts and we end up going up a bit, I'm going to stop out. We're going to come back to retest 500 as a support, and I'm going to buy the calls. That is the game plan moving forward. Screenshot this right now or pause the video, take my key levels as you guys need. What I'm just paying attention to is 555, the previous close, as well as 500. Massive levels. You can even add 502.77, which was our key level today, guys. Once we ended up rejecting it, massive downside. I learned this in the Discord with my key levels this morning. 502.77, previous floor of yesterday. Once we made it, double rejection on the 5-minute. That's when we ended up getting that big downfall. Set alerts, make the best levels, guys, and trade the best levels. I'm extremely green on 2024. I'm going to be playing this very safely. I have a very big size in SPXS, but it's going to be a hold, and I'm in shares. So I'm paying attention to what SPY is doing, guys. Don't get overly bearish at these levels. The drop happened. Jim C said he's selling all of his puts around the 500 level because we will get a 500 bounce, and that's exactly what has happened today. Play the best levels. We have a gap to fill underneath. 500, massive key level, guys. 501.29, previous resistance turned into support. Add this to your level, 501.79, 502.77. This is Tuesday's floor, right? You're going to want to add the last 5 days into your chart while you're making a game plan, especially if you're a day trader. You need to put as much information as possible. Go back 5 days, go back 10 days, mark down big rejections, mark down big supports and big bounces, guys. This is all we do. We do this live on the Discord. We have the best team in the game. If you'd like to be a part of us, guys, link is in the bio. Thank you guys so much for watching these videos. Pay attention to 500. 500 on SPY is make or break it. Please, if you see a 5-minute support, go long. If you see a 5-minute rejection, we will dump heavily. But we've already dropped a lot. We've dropped over 20 points, guys. Don't get too bearish right now. Nothing goes straight up. Nothing goes straight down. There's going to be zigzags. I feel we're in the zigzag right now. We dropped. We may do a little pop back to the 510s area. Very good potential. We could even retest 515, right? Even 520. It's a possibility. Do not sleep on that. Do not get overly bearish. Do not have a bias. Screw the news. Screw everything. Play technical analysis. That is it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and I'll see everyone tomorrow. Take care.